Creatine is fantastic. I've actually been following the research behind creatine and taking it since I was a teenager, since I was about 15 years old. I remember writing a letter to my parents trying to convince them to let me take creatine. And I had to look into the safety and the efficacy and so on. And eventually they agreed to it. And it's a good thing they did because it has fantastic health benefits. Back then I was really focused on the muscle benefits. I wanted to perform better in the gym and in sports and so on. But it's actually been found more recently that creatine has protective effects on our brains, on our hearts, against oxidative stress, and so on. In fact, most recently, it's been found that doing very large doses beyond the typical 5 grams that's recommended for muscle, into 10, 15, even as high as 25 grams of creatine per day, can even have positive effects on sleep deprivation. So if you're not sleeping well, you're not well rested, you can actually counteract a number of those effects on our cognition, on our ability to process our memory and recall and so on by having creatine. So highly recommended for people of all ages, male and female. I know some women, in my life at least, resist taking creatine because they look at the scale and yes, it adds a couple of pounds, but it's in the form of muscle weight and you don't actually see it in the mirror. So I suggest that you don't pay so much attention to the scale. Instead, look at the health benefits and everything it's doing for you and consider male, female, any age to take creatine.